Yo, welcome to King and Moss FPL show.
Happy
Today,
Friday.
happy Friday, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss the best players you can look into buy for your Gameweek 4 and going forward. We will also discuss the Europa League tie and we'll do a short preview for the weekend's game. And how you doing, Moss?
Good. It was a busy last couple weeks being in England and getting back, and then right away going to the mountains, Rocky Mountains up by Calgary, Banff area. And I don't know, you maybe saw some of the pictures on my WhatsApp and Instagram, and it's quite the place up there and quite picturesque. But now I'm back in the flatlands, and it's time to get ready for a big weekend. And we found news about our group for Europa early this morning, I guess, and I checked it out and listened on a couple shows, and yeah, PSV. What do you think?
Yeah, if I'm honest, I'm quite confident. They didn't impress me when they played against Rangers. I felt like Rangers were the better team in both legs. I think, if anything, Rangers really impressed on me. But obviously, in Europa League, you can't underestimate any team. But I feel like if we have the right mentality, we should be able to win most of the games and qualify quite easily. But I like the fact that we don't have to travel to Turkey or to Eastern
Cyprus. Yeah,
Europe or Azerbaijan, to
yeah,
those stadiums where they can
me
be
too.
intimidated and long trips and then the players are tired. Switzerland and Holland and Norway are quite easy trips and near to England. So overall I'm happy with the draw. What about you?
Yeah, I like it. I like that we're playing a Norwegian team. FC Zurich won the Swiss league, which I don't think happens too often. It's usually
No.
like Basel, is it not? And I don't know. I know Zurich more for their hockey than than soccer, but but yeah, I think we can easily win this group, and that's the real goal. Is you want to win your group.
Yeah.
This year, the rules have changed a bit. If you win your group, you automatically go to the round of 16, and you avoid the round of 32 when the third place Champions League teams are coming in. Wouldn't you agree that you can't really discount playing PSV and these teams? We got to win the group,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, I agree. That is the ultimate goal for us. And obviously, I believe we have a very good chance of doing that. I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to win the group, even if we do play a lot of the so-called fridge players. It's going to be interesting because we'll probably see players like Fabio Vieira, Marquinhos, Smith Rowe, Sambi Lokonga. It's going to be interesting to see how well they play and their role, and if they can use the Europa League to get into the first team because we got a lot of competition now. Even Eddie Nketiah, I'm interested to see how well he does.
Yeah, and even if we kind of go, a couple of the games or some of the games with Eddie and Jesus both in the top, three forward line there and mix it up a bit and switch positions. I like when we do that.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. Uh, I mean, it's going to be interesting for sure.
That Bodo Glimt, I mean, they took out Roma, I think, last year. They're nothing. They're a good Norwegian side. They're not my team in Norway, but they've been pretty good the last few years. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's
don't know too
funny.
much about the Zurich team, but I know a lot about the PSV team, obviously, and it'll be fun to match horns with Ruud van Nistelrooy again, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. It's, I mean, for me. it's interesting to see, obviously that rivalry between Rude and from Man United days versus Arsenal is going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to closely look at Cody Gakpo if he stays, Ibrahim Sangare if he stays, and overall, I like the I like the group that we have. There's some interesting young players that we're gonna face, and I'm more than anything, I'm looking forward to see what our players can do. Let me just quickly read the comments. Big up Ed, how you doing? I hope you're enjoying your Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Big up Luca. I guess you voted for Jesus as the guy you will captain, and we will, guys, we will do some FPL content as well. And big up Paxton as well for wishing me happy belated birthday, King. Thank you, broski. Thank you. And around Arsenal go to round 32, not 16. Oh, is that so? If you win the group, I thought get to the round of
Or
16 and the
or is
team
Lucas
that
saying we're
finish.
getting second place?
Maybe. If Ru beats Arsenal, bro, I'm not letting you live it down, Moss.
What?
Big up Paxton. I saying that if PSV beat Arsenal,
Martin Keown's gonna be there reporting, so we
yeah,
got we got a guy in Rude's ear there and gonna phase him and put him off track.
nice. It's definitely some interesting battles to look forward to.
I don't know if it's really going on my channel. It's hard to tell.
Um,
But yeah,
it should.
support our channels, hit the like, share it. I mean, we're gonna get into FPL here right away, but King's Football Show and mine is Footmoss Sports Talk. So like, subscribe, share around, and yeah, we'll give you some reactions to our FPL this weekend, probably Sunday night sometime. Tomorrow, I know Bobby, maybe probably Tariq Talk Show is also doing watch alongs for Arsenal. But at the 3 p.m. matches, I always do a watch along because I get goal rush. So yeah, please join us and feel free to ask for the StreamYard and come in and watch the matches together and comment.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And we
So
can
yeah,
always be
guys,
talking FPL. Yeah.
let's move on to FPL. And the first player is the man in form, Ivan Toney for
Yeah.
Brentford. He's already got 3 returns in 3 games. He's got 17 points. His ownership is only 12.5%. And their next games are Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace, Leeds, Southampton. So Ivan Toney, 7.1 million for me is a very solid option. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I think he's always going to be threatening goal. They got Everton this weekend, right? So he could set up one and get one, and I think kind of that's where Jesus is headed to, is maybe getting a goal and assist. But yeah, Brentford, they're always going to be creating. So you got that Embuemo and Tony combo. I would not hesitate to have one of them in my team all the time, even though I don't currently.
Yeah, I own Mbemo because I couldn't afford Ivan Toney.
Tony,
But
yeah,
if I
it's a
could,
good
I would
a
have
good
had him.
show to have
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah, one of them definitely. And Brentford are doing well. A lot of people thought they would struggle this season and maybe be a relegation team, but I think Brentford will be safe. And I think Tony, I've said it for a very long time. I wouldn't mind him at Arsenal. I think he's very underrated player, and I
Yeah.
like his link up and hold up play, and he works hard as well, and he scores goals.
It's not double. Oh, Bobby's asking. He's not a big FPLer. He can't be, but he loves it a lot and likes to hear our thoughts. But it's not a double game week.
Yeah,
There's
it's
midweek
not.
games, but it's a whole separate match week, right? So
Yeah.
everyone
So
knows.
for FPL content, for example, it will count as 2 single game weeks. So if it was, during a lot of the time during Christmas or after in February, when the Champions League starts and games get rescheduled, those are the times when you see a lot of double game weeks, and that is the best time to play your triple captain. It's
Yeah,
when you have double game weeks. But good
yeah,
notice there by
yeah.
Bobby.
That's a good ask because people might be wondering, and yeah, we'll have to have a show right away, Monday, Tuesday, kind of to get ready for midweek games, right?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And the next player is the highest
He's
scoring
on
player
fire,
right now. It is Rodrigo of Leeds United. He
man.
scored 3 goals and 2 assists, 22 points, 11.6% ownership, and he is at 6.9 million. And he's doing so well. And I I really look forward to see what him and Leeds are
Yeah,
going to do
look at the
on.
schedule you have for him. I mean, after this Chelsea match, he's got
Yeah,
some green there.
yeah,
And he's
exactly.
been on fire. Like you're gonna look brilliant if you had him from game week 1 till now. You'll be making some money for when you do decide to sell him. You know, it's a win-win situation right now if you have Rodrigo in your lineup.
Yeah, he is because he's gonna keep on. His price is going to increase, so he's gonna be
It's gonna
more and
keep
more
going up.
valuable. So if you buy him now, your overall squad value can go up in price. You have a good player who's listed as a midfielder but plays as a center forward. So
Yeah,
meaning that every time he gets a return, he gets more points than when a forward gets returned. So that is also something to consider. And if Leeds keep a clean sheet, he get an extra 1 point bonus as well. But striker doesn't get that.
yeah.
And the next player is our star boy, the Brazilian magician, Martinelli, another midfielder who's risen to 6.4 million, and
Wow.
he's got a return in every game. So far he's got 2 goals and 1 assist, 22 points. His ownership has risen to 41.6%. I mean, he must be probably the most valuable player right now for his price besides Rodrigo. And you can see the schedule there. It is Fulham, Aston Villa, the easy game against Man United away, and
We
then
got lots of
Everton and
yeah, we still
Brentford.
despite our easy start, we still got lots of green to come.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, as you can see, guys, another guy. If you don't own Martinelli, I would urge you to get him into your team as soon as possible. And yeah, Bobby makes a good point here. I think Jesse Marsch deserves a lot of respect for playing Rodrigo in his right role and believing in him and giving him the captaincy badge. That a lot of people were skeptical to Jesse Marsch just because he's from America, but he's shown that he's a competent manager, and it looks like Leeds are going to be safe. And what is Ed saying? No one was backing Leeds players, were they in preseason?
I was. You
Yeah, I
remember
think
that?
me and Moz were the only one who was speaking about
I was like,
Rodrigo.
this
And
American is spent well, and he's gotten in the players he wants. I was hyping Sinistera and Aronson, remember?
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah,
Rodrigo has gone off.
yeah. He has, but he did look good in preseason. He was scoring goals, so it's not a big surprise. But
And
yeah,
Ed's got a good point there. Harrison's been really nice too.
yeah, yeah. So for me, I mean, any Leeds attacker, Harrison, Aronson, Rodrigo, they're all good options. Sinistera looked good in the Carabao Cup, scored a very good goal, so look out for him as well. The next player is Kieran Trippier, Newcastle United defender, 5.1 million. He
There.
scored a wonderful free kick against Man City,
What
and
did
he's
you
got.
think? Was he lucky not to get sent off, or what?
No, I don't think it was a red card. I think it was a bad tackle. It was definitely
It's
a
a bad
yellow.
tackle, and when you see it
But
live, you don't think so. But it's another one of those where you slow it down, and then you see him hit the guy in the knee.
Yeah, but
KDB,
it wasn't hard
it
enough.
makes it look even worse, you know?
Yeah, I know. But if he went with his stubs on his knee, then it's a red. Or if he went harder or more reckless, for me, it's a
Yeah.
red. But
Yeah,
overall,
it was borderline, I'd say, but I would have
yeah.
went with yellow.
Yo, big up George Davis in the building. How you doing, broski?
Hack called me out. I was right on the StreamYard. I needed to hit live too. I can't just rely on yours, so I finally
Ah,
hit live on mine too.
yeah. You
Hack sees
see.
all, knows
Yeah.
all.
But guys, as you can see, Trippier, he's got two clean sheets. He scored a goal. He's on set
Yeah,
pieces. He's already
yeah,
accumulated to 20 points, and they got a pretty good schedule as well. If you look at the next 7 games, only Liverpool away looks hard one. They got Wolverhampton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth, Fulham, Brentford. So you can expect a few more clean sheets from Trippier.
yeah. Newcastle looks very tidy now at the back.
Yeah,
Botman and Shar and Trippier.
yeah,
Yeah, at the start of the year, I really wanted Trippier too, but I mean, I wanted OZ, I wanted Cancelo, I wanted TAA, you want Reece James. It's like, man, there's a lot of defenders that make it a hard choice on who to pick, and as you see, you kind of want to go with the ones you got chances for shutouts, clean sheets, as you guys say.
yeah. And the next player is someone who I don't want to recommend, but I have to be
Oh,
unbiased. Is Ivan Perisic?
I almost
He
put him in
looks,
my lineup start of the year too, King, because with Conte's system, he's gonna play those wings, Perisic, a lot.
he looks so good. He looks very attacking, and he's gonna score a lot of points in FPL. He's only started 1 game so far and been subbed in 2 games, but he already have 17 points. He got a clean sheet. He got 2 assists. His ownership is 23.1%, and he's just going to continue to deliver points
Look, like I've been
after
saying,
point.
these defenders, it's tough choices where you go. There's so many good
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, they are. But he's definitely one. If you don't own him, you should really consider him. The next one is
Saliba,
the wonder kid, the new sheriff in town,
the new,
William Gabriel Saliba,
the
the
new
Arsenal
French
defender.
Tony Adams, I call him,
Yeah,
because I wanted a Tony Adams for so long during those Wenger years, man. And this is the guy. He is the guy, King. You got to admit.
no, he's. I've backed him since day one, and
We
he's just
both did,
shown
yeah.
how good he is. I mean, you can echo that most. Like William Saliba looks wonderful, and he
He
plays
plays the
so
position
well.
I played. If I was as tall as him, man, and tall as you, holy crow,
Yeah,
I would have
yeah,
won everything in there.
yeah,
But he's better in the air than Ben White. He's smoother. He's as good as passing as Ben White,
yeah,
and a lot better than Gabriel. Like he's the
yeah.
exact player we needed, and we always
Yeah,
had him for the last couple of years.
I know. He's completed as a player. Like he doesn't really have any major weaknesses, and because
He's such
he's
an athlete.
21, he's just going to be better. So guys, and he only costs 4.6 million. It's a bargain. He's already scored a goal, got 2 clean sheets, 21
He might
points.
get
His
the odd,
ownership,
flick header assist. Yeah, he
yeah,
might be in
yeah,
there for some headers. Who
yeah.
knows?
And if you look at Arsenal's schedule again, like you can tell that we will have a few more clean sheets. You can expect clean sheets against Fulham, against Everton, and it's not impossible that we get a clean sheet even against Villa or Brentford. So the only kind of tough game, or I don't know, is Man United away. But if you don't want to play him against Man United away, you can just put him in on the bench because he only costs 4.6 million. Well,
Yeah,
again, looking at how Arsenal are playing, you know, just get him into your team.
yeah.
And then,
There's
yeah, the
we've,
next
we've
player,
given a lot of we've given a lot of good defender choices so
yeah,
far. Do you have a couple midfielders that maybe aren't on people's radar?
Yeah, we'll get to that to the differentials or low ownership players soon. The next player is Danny Welbeck for Brighton, 6.5 million. He already has two returns in three games, a goal and an assist, 14 points. His ownership is less than 2%. So if you want a striker with low ownership and get a high rank, uh, if he does well, then you could do worse than Danny Welbeck. They are facing Leeds, Fulham, Leicester, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. So you would not be surprised if Danny Welbeck scores a few more goals or get a few more assists. I mean, when he's in form and he's not on injuries, he looks a good player, doesn't he, Moss?
Yeah, he's in my draft league teams. Welbeck, because it was a good deal. People weren't looking at him, and I'm like, man, he's playing for Brighton. So if there's a favorable matchup, I'm playing him.
Yeah. He looks good. Um,
Draft league, you don't get total choice. You get choice of who wasn't picked. So I picked him late and then added him on my other one, and yeah, he's gonna play for me.
yeah, I need to make some transfers on my
Yeah, I
draft
was
league.
gonna show your draft league. I think we're playing this week, King, and you need to pick it up.
Ooh, is that so? And the last player is a bit of a big differential, but he looked very good when he came on against Liverpool, and that is Anthony Martial, Man United player. Nobody really owns Man United players. They have very low ownership, and they might have turned a corner. So if you want to jump on them before everybody's onto them, Anthony Martial could be a good option.
He did look good
6.9
when he
million.
subbed in. Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
good. I have
Wha-
Malacia on my draft league teams too. If you're there's another defender choice, that could be decent and cheap.
100%, 100%. And you can see Man United are playing against Southampton.
And
You
didn't he
wouldn't
look
be
a lot
surprised.
better? Didn't Martial make Rashford look a lot better too? Didn't you think?
Yeah, he did. And even if you think
Rashford
about
seemed to
it,
pick it up. Yeah,
in preseason, he looked like one of the best players before he
yeah.
had that hamstring injury. So, Southampton, Leicester, Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Leeds, you could see him
King,
get
check
a
out the
few returns.
private. Check out the private chat too.
Oh, yeah?
I
Oh,
need to.
let's see.
I need to put you on mine, so people don't are wondering where this voice is coming from.
Oh, you need to add.
Sorry. But yeah, you're a good
Okay.
shout with saying Martial. You could get in on him now, where his price hasn't changed much yet, and have a good player for the long run here. Thanks, King.
No worries at all.
I just got to turn the volume off now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's echo. So, yeah, guys, Anthony Martial, if you're looking for a striker with low ownership,
Well, that doesn't do it.
is doing very well.
How about that?
Yeah, it's better now. It's better now, Moss. Yeah. So, let us get back to the stream. So, so, for me, overall, these players are very good options if you're looking for players you want to buy. If you're not sure who you want to get in, these players that I've listed, me and Moss, we've recommended them, and the stats looks good. The fixture list looks good as well. And a lot of the players that we mentioned last week did very well. We mentioned Lewis Dunk, kept a clean sheet. He did well. We mentioned Rodrigo. He did well. We mentioned Martial last week. No, sorry, Martinelli last week. He did well as well.
Yeah, we had some good calls, and even man, like we were on Jesus that week to be captain, and man, he scores that goal or whatever. I mean, we really would have went off on Jesus and Odegaard being in our lineups.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We would have done that
It was
for
so
sure.
close to being an amazing week for us. I know.
Yeah. What do you make of the Arsenal versus Fulham game?
Coming up here, yeah. Yeah, we talked about Europa, a lot of the FPL. If you got your questions on FPL, don't be shy. If you got some lineup, 50-50 on a couple players, don't be shy. But yeah, I think, and most people are saying, King, I don't know about you too. I think you're in the same boat, is keep our lineup the same and just keep rolling with it. I mean, I keep calling for Takahiro to come in. Or if Tierney came in to put Zinchenko in for Xhaka, but Xhaka and Ben White, they aren't disappointing and they're doing their job. They're doing the business. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I think that
You
there.
even mentioned last week Jacques has become an FPL maybe player.
Yeah. I have because he's doing very well, Granit Xhaka, and he's very cheap as well. I'm gonna show people actually how many points he's been able to accumulate since the start of the season. I think he got one goal and two assists, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Let me, yeah, and he's cheap, and his ownership is low. These are the players people should try and get
Yeah,
before
like if you're
everybody
trying to
jump on
make
them.
something work, you haven't made your sub, your free transfers, and you're trying to get a better striker, and you want to get a cheaper defender or midfielder. We've given you some good examples, and
Yes,
and it might help you be able to afford that striker you wanted. You know?
yes. So he got one goal, two assists, 20 points in his first three games. He only cost 5 million. He will play almost every game. His ownership is 2.7%, and his new position is so attacking. So
Yeah,
if
he's getting
if you don't
forward a lot
own
more.
three Arsenal players, I would jump on him.
Yeah, my problem is I always have Odegaard, Jesus,
Yeah,
and I've had Zinchenko. But yeah, Saliba, Saka and Xhaka, they're all good options too. And
they
Ramsdale
are.
and
They
Ned, of
are.
course, but I can't even afford that.
Nah, no, it's hard. It's hard. But yeah, overall, like for me, Granit Xhaka is a good option, and I think it's gonna surprise a lot of people this season with his new position and not having to defend as much as he used to before. So far, the poll we got nine
Oh yeah,
votes. Uh, Jesus is leading 44%, or him and Salah 44%,
yeah.
Haaland 0%, and Kane 11% for the captain. See for Game Week 4
I
FPL.
wasn't even gonna put Kane in there, but you corrected me and said, maybe no Cancelo and Nunez is still suspended.
Yeah, I think because of Man City conceded 3 goals against Newcastle, people may be a bit worried about captaining a defender right now because bar from Arsenal and maybe Brighton, not a lot of defenses are solid right now. Obviously, that can change very quickly, but in FPL, you have to think about your strategy and be careful of captaining the wrong player.
Yeah,
So,
if I would have captained better so far, I'd be even further ahead of most people. But them's
yeah,
the breaks. I mean,
but that's
eventually
everyone,
it'll
innit?
go the other way.
Yeah. It's funny because if for me, like the week that I wanted to captain Jesus was Game Week 2, and I went for Salah, and obviously Jesus get 19 points. The week that I jump on Jesus, Salah outscores him. So
Yeah,
it's funny. Who's your captain for Game Week 2?
I I was on Jesus. I'm back to Salah for this week. I mean, he's playing Bournemouth, and my same. I think you're muted on my channel, King.
I am.
But on
Sorry, can you hear me now?
yeah, but it's gonna mess up, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
But
there's
yeah,
a
what I
bit of
was
an
saying
echo.
is I wanted to have if you're gonna play Bournemouth, you got to play. I played Jesus, and it didn't. It could have been a huge week, and it would have been better if I hadn't. But now I'm going back to Salah with the same thought that we're playing Bournemouth. He's playing Bournemouth, so he could go off. You always kind of want to look for your captain on who's got the highest ceiling. I see it as, and be able to go for that. So yeah, as much as Jesus and Holland, I think, are still going to get a goal this week. You never know. Salah might go 2 goals and an assist, and I'll be regretting not making that change. So yeah, I went back to putting Salah as my captain.
Yeah, I think this week is the hardest week to choose your captain because, as you said, like Bournemouth did not look good against Arsenal, and Salah has already scored a few goals and a few assists already at the start of the season, and he's not even on fire yet. So you expect them to be angry and really attack Bournemouth in this weekend. But Jesus looks so good as well. Like it's really hard to decide if you should go with Salah or if you should go with Jesus. If my unbiased FPL brain tells me that Salah is the best captain this week, I'm gonna be honest to you guys because I want to give you good content. I don't want to give you biased ideas. For me, Salah is the best captain, but
Yeah.
I will probably go with Jesus. And the reason why I will go with Jesus is that if he outscores Salah, I'll be very happy. If he doesn't outscore Salah, I'm okay with it because I went with him because I believe in him. But if you're just going to play without any bias, really, Salah at home against Bournemouth, it doesn't get much better than that for me. But yeah, I mean, it's looking great, guys. I've gone through the stats and the data for the players that you can choose. We've talked about captaincy. If you have any FPL related questions, you can put them in the chat, and we will do our best to answer them as accurate as we can. And as I always say, guys, remember the FPL is a game. Have fun. Don't worry too much if you're not doing great at the start of the season. We got another 35 games left to play. It's more points to play about than we have played, and it's gonna swing. It's gonna swing. So have patience. Don't take any unnecessary hits. You know, have a strategy and then believe in it. And hopefully, you will soon start seeing green arrows. And if you're doing well, then great. Continue to do whatever you're doing because obviously it is working for you. Is there anything more you want to add before we round up?
Yeah, I was just going to maybe share screen with
So Salah has won the captaincy vote. 45% is going with Salah, 36% is going with Jesus in second, and in third we got Haaland and Kane both on 9%.
okay.
Thank you for all of you that did vote. It's always good to get
Here's
an
the
idea.
standings of our draft league, King. The first draft league. We're both 1 and 2.
Yeah,
And as you can see, we both need a win this week. So
yeah,
I'm giving you pre-warning. You better get your team ready. Maybe, and guys in our league that are on here or watch this later, make sure you can make changes. You can make transactions and new players that are getting signed up. Casemiro and more getting signed to the EPL. They're able to be picked up on our in your draft leagues as well, and there's no cost. You just decide who you don't want in your team and pick a new guy up. And if other guys are trying to get him, it just goes by the waiver type results. What else I was gonna show is our fixtures is me versus the Gambian King this week, and we're both 1 and 2. Trev, Creambone, he's playing Martin, who's in last place, I believe, and Tariq, who's ripping it up. He's playing Matt, who's doing really good too. It is
Yeah,
fun. I recommend next year. A lot of people think about not just the FPL Classic, but get involved with the draft league, make one up, join one, what have you. It is quite fun, and you're playing against your buddies, and it's just like a EPL season. Who has the best record?
yeah. And guys, as well, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Moss channel as well. We're trying to get up his subscribers, so make sure you sub to his channel. And he's gonna do a lot of content on American or sports that people like
NFL's
in
coming
America.
up.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
MLS. I'll be doing Saturdays if people are up late, and want something to watch or ball into. I know Pax does sometimes, and Ed likes North American sports. But also tomorrow, the 8 a.m. for me, but 3 p.m. for you guys. I'll for sure probably do Palace and City watch along with whatever the goal rush game is. And it might even be that game. Maybe the Ivan Tony Brentford and Everton match.
yeah.
I'll be doing those. And yeah, tune into Tariq Talks for everyone that knows. He's doing his preview of the weekend, and we'll be getting our predictions in there. I'll probably get in the chat there as well.
He's doing a show, right? You said in 15 minutes, right?
Yep, and it'll
Yeah.
be get your predictions in type thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a great stream. I'm gonna put that stream
You want to
on.
share it?
Yeah, I'm gonna share it for sure.
Yeah, Tariq's helped us out. Ed's always quality in the
And make
chats
sure,
and
yeah,
and helps Tariq and Bobby football values. He'll be doing the Arsenal game as well tomorrow. Check that out.
100%.
I think
And guys,
that's
make
on.
sure you vote for Tariq for best new content creator.
Yeah, him.
He really
So
is
it's
doing
best
wonders.
new one, not best young. I think what's his name? Hano's in the best young category for
Yeah,
being a teenager.
yeah. So Hano as well, make sure you vote for him.
And then
They
yeah,
are
vote for
all doing
Harry
great.
or vote for Tom, the Gunner Talk for the main one, right?
Yeah, exactly. And make sure you vote for Tom as well. He's helped me a lot
Or
as well with
Harry.
my channel, or Harry with my
They're just two
subscribers.
quality guys and quality
Yeah,
Arsenal content, so
yeah,
help them out.
yeah. They deserve it. We are all a community. We help each other. We big up each other. We support each other. We watch each other, and it's great. And
Yeah.
it's just gonna go forward.
And a lot of
But yeah,
us wouldn't have met if it wasn't for those guys. So
100%, 100%. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning into the channel. Make sure you watch Tariq. I've put his link into it, and we are out.
take care.